Standing Still.
I'm still standing, keep really dancing, yeah. You know you want it. I'm still going, making the party love the way you like it, the way you like it. Do you wanna hear me sing? 'Cause I don't think I wanna stop. Don't make me stop, and I never want the beat. Woo! That makes me feel. Guess who's back on top?
Love it. Alexis Strum, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How cool is that? We're all, well, Myrne was going for it.
I was
Certainly
going
loving
for
a bit
it.
of
Love
Kylie.
Kylie.
How
Good
did
stuff.
it come about that Kylie ended up singing one of your songs?
Well, I was the artist formerly known as Alexis Strum that no one ever heard about, and I made this album that wasn't released, and the songs on there were really good. So I sat there and I was like, this one I'd always written it for Kylie in mind, and so when my album didn't work out, I approached her A&R guy Jamie, and I said, look, this is so perfect for Kylie. You've got to see if she'll record it, and thankfully she did, and you know, the rest is history. But I actually was at that show in Hammersmith, and I watched her sing it, and my lyrics were like huge on the back wall of the stage. It was a fantastic moment.
Like,
Wow,
it is huge,
that's cool.
and she's so
Yeah.
cool. But let's go through the story, Alexis, because people might know you from TikTok now. Your songs are going viral. This is all very recent. There's like 1.5 million views of your stuff. And this is all from music that, as you said, was recorded in your 20s when you were being lined up to be the next big thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to be the next big thing, and I ended up a kind of a Forrest Gump, witnessing everybody else around me becoming really famous and successful. And I was just sort of going, oh, that nearly happened, that nearly happened. So many things nearly happened in my career. I was almost Matt LeBlanc's wife in a huge American sitcom. So these things nothing ever worked out. So it's just been a really strange trajectory. And now I'm here because things are starting to go viral. And at 45, I might just be the next next new pop star.
Next big thing.
Well, you're incredibly,
Yeah.
incredibly talented, obviously, but incredibly resilient. Because to have some of the setbacks that you have had is incredibly difficult. I mean, to sign one record label at a young age, to get dropped, then get signed again, to get dropped again. Like, it's tough. It's like, and we talk about the music business as a bumpy road, but to keep going, like, is a real sign, something you should be proud of.
Thank you. And I mean, now I work as an actor, and that's like a smorgasbord of rejection. So I just feel like, and it's funny because I'm a really sensitive individual, but I have such incredible self-belief. So I just keep going. I feel like I've got a story to tell, whether it's in songs or things that I write. And I just have to believe in that. Otherwise art doesn't get made, does it?
So back in the 90s, you working on this album, and this is when there was money in the music business. There was A&R people, there was loads of people around you. What you want to write, what sound engineer do you want, where do you want to go record? Why did it, like, who were they lining you up to be? Who were the people that were kind of in your sphere? We'll get to Robbie Williams in a second.
Yeah, sure.
And then why did it not happen?
Okay, so around the time, it was actually the early noughties. So it was like Florence and the Machine. I think Holly Valance was around the start of when I was recording. And I remember them saying to me, oh, do you think you could be sexy in a video? And I was like, no, sorry, let's go down another route. So yeah, I think the difference in the industry now is I was compared to my female peers in a very uncomfortable way. You know, it was like, well, there's one of these, so there can't be another of these. Whereas now I think it's much more democratic. Why didn't it work out? I think the label just didn't really know what to do with me at the time, and they were scared, so they pulled the album and they went, oh no, we don't want to release it and it be a flop. But my perspective has always been release it and see what happens, because you never know. You're second guessing what the public are going to think, and actually the public have their own thoughts. I would have preferred to release it and it bombed, and then I could just go to the bargain bucket and buy one for my daughter. Do you know what I mean? Like, that would have been more fun.
Well, exactly. I suppose they do all the research, but yeah, as you say, if you don't put it out there, you never know what's going to happen. But that's why things have probably changed now with the dawn of social media, and Murren mentioned about your TikTok and the following that you have, and you've now just signed a record deal at the age of 45. So
I haven't signed it yet.
Oh well.
I'm about to.
Fingers
I'm
crossed.
making decisions at the
So
moment.
signing a record deal at 45 isn't quite right, but hopefully that's what is going to happen.
But
for
is
you,
it your
'cause-
old? Were you saying the meeting is later on today with your old record label that didn't end up releasing the album?
Yeah, so this is like juicy gossip, right? Because I'm going in there today. I contacted them and I was like, we should talk. It was like an old breakup, maybe we should talk. Maybe there's some things left unsaid. So I'm going in there today to have a chat with them and see, I want to get their perspective really and see if there's anything to be done here. So yeah, can't really say more than that because I don't know more than that. And I broadcast everything now. I'm very open, which is probably to my detriment, but I just think it's good to be honest because people out there starting in the industry, I want them to see that, you can take control of your own career. Why shouldn't you be able to?
Absolutely. And speaking of romance, we have to talk about the fomance with yourself and Robbie Williams. Is the meeting today with Mercury Records, who are the ones who tried to encourage yourself, or did they put it out there that yourself and Robbie were getting
It wasn't
on?
actually, it wasn't Mercury Universal Records. It was another label that I was signed to prior to that. And I have been signed a few times. So that makes it kind of like you wouldn't be able to work out which one it was. But they got a PR company in and the PR company took me to a pub and my dad was there and they went, look, we're running out of options here and angles to try and get you famous, which wasn't quite the goal for me. Can we just pretend that you're dating someone famous? And this was back in the day when fomances could launch a career. This is what you did. You pretend to be dating a footballer and then you get your face out there. So I was like, well, and they went, can you pick someone? I went, oh, well, I really fancy Robbie Williams. Could we, and then I was like, no, I can't do that because what if I meet him in the future and he'll be like, hang on, didn't you pretend to go out with me? So, that was the end of that. But then years later, I actually got to sing. I got to record with Robbie Williams. So thank goodness I didn't do that.
Hi, imagine going, I had a relationship with you in my head, Robbie. You were very good. Fair
And it
play
was
to you.
all
I mean,
over
it
the
was.
papers.
Yeah, it was so good. But that's like Colin Farrell and Britney Spears. Like, this was one of the big. They went on.
Did that not happen?
That did not happen, babe. It was a fomance. They
Wow.
got to go. I
There you
know.
go.
Oh.
It's shocking.
I wouldn't mind a romance with Colin Farrell. I should have picked him. That was
We'll
bad.
I
start
wouldn't
it
have
here.
minded one with Britney.
Right, well, there we go, right here, right now. We won't say that the man who's got the wife is going to be doing that, but we're going to say, Colin Farrell, if you're around, Alexis Strum is there for you. Listen, we know you've got this really exciting meeting today, and people can find your stuff